because youth needs to work now. So that's what we are making actually. We're trying to give them the power to go there and trying to train them, because this is important.
You try to promote the idea of vocational training and technical work?
Yes, of course. I'm going tomorrow and for a campaign for about a month. We're going to meet 3,000 youth from the vocational education, because this is very important actually. And I was just the last Saturday with 500 of them. So this is very important, the vocational training, education, even the normal education have its own, has its own problems actually. So we are trying also, you know, what's the problem? It's the ethics of how to work. How to work. Sometimes when you get a position for the youth, he will tell you, no, I want a starting salary 5,000. But this is not this is not the main issue. You have to work, you have to sacrifice, as we did. So also you have to train the youth about the word work, how to work, and what are the ethics back to this word. I think this is very important.
And you use also the same technique to prepare young leaders?
Yeah. This is actually one of my main interests in life now, because I believed always that the old regime has tried to something like destroy the word of leadership, destroy the meaning of teamwork and volunteerism. So, and this is from long ago. I mean, I'm in the field for 8 years. And I felt the nobility of the word leadership, something so great, and we all need it. And the youth, Egyptian youth in specific, are really leaders, but they were not raised up to be leaders. So that's what I said I'm going to do it, and we made something called the MEC model of leadership. This is for about 150 hours for 6 months. You take only 25 leaders by interviews, have the basic leadership skills, and you give them how to lead yourself, how to lead others. And actually this is one of my, this is one of my happiest moments when you are talking to a leader and trying to raise up the leader in him.
What are those leadership skills, if you can tell us?
Yeah, of course, number one, a leader should have a vision. He should have a vision, and should not vision for himself only, but how to sell that vision. So creating a vision and then sell it to the people, this is very important. Selling the vision is a skill, you know, how to inspire others that my idea is really good for the community, and you're gonna buy it from me. So this is a skill. A leader takes a person, takes you to a place which is better. How can you take him to that place? So one of the main things that we define leadership as a kind of responsibility, as a kind of something like, it's the art of moving and directing motivations of every person. I have something which motivates me, which is different from you, Hala, maybe. So the leader can know this. What's the point in Hala, what's the point in Noha, and how can I direct it? This is number one. Number two, after the vision, and how to sell it by inspiration. Inspiration, how can I inspire others? I can inspire others by the words in specific moments, and by role model, being a role model. Because if I tell you for months how to do this and that, when I'm not doing it as a leader, so you won't listen to me. You are seeing my deeds.
Exactly.
And also by creating an environment. And this is number three. Leaders should create environment. That's why we need leaders nowadays, because we have a storming period you know, Egypt is now in a storming period in building things. So leaders create environment of hope. When you raise hope in 2%, you take achievement from the person about 25%. So as if Egyptians just need 10% raising hope. This is very important. Who makes this? Leaders. So there are ethics for leaders. So we were talking about inspiration, so we will not go to ethics now, but we're talking about how to inspire others by words, by creating an environment of hope, of work, of fun, of listening to each other, of loving each other, of teamwork and team spirit.
But with all the frustration taking place now in our society due to the political instability, the economic crisis, and so on and so forth? How can you train people to create an environment of hope, as you're saying?
Actually, Hala, this is the time of leaders. Youth are telling me that in Maidan al-Tahrir square of the Square of Revolution, there were no leaders. I tell them, no, leaders were every place, but there was not that person who was unique. They were not showing themselves. And of course, there are proofs, because you can find the team of food, the team of cleanliness. So the leaders were every place. I think this is the time of leaders. How you asked a very important question, and this is what we're giving it to leaders: how to be resilient, how to face obstacles, how to be optimistic. And this is very important, because seeing things, seeing is being. Seeing is being. We always tell the youth, seeing is being, is how you see it. And it's not a matter of loving
Being or believing.
Seeing is being. That means it's there. It's what you see it, it's there. If you see, there is hope. And if you understand, and this is number 2, we give them the skill to understand. And this is one of the main things now in this period. How to understand. Egypt now is, as I told you before, in a storming period. And we have four steps in building any community, even marriage, even going to a new work. You will pass through these four points. Number 1, it's the forming period, and this was in the Tahrir Square. Number 2, it wasn't in the storming period. But it's very strange that it is called storming, yet it is something in building up things. So it is a storming now period, because now we come near each other, self-acceptance, no, I don't like to talk to you, these things that you see. Number 3, the norming, putting rules, you know. Now, then preforming. Egypt now is in the storming period. And we have to understand this.
This is the transitional period, you mean?
Yes, it is.
Storming period
is
the transitional period.
And it's always, transitional period is the diplomatic word of this stage, but it's always storming in this stage. Who can figure out that this is the stage of storming period? Who can take the people out of this period? These are leaders, and I believe that youth can do this, and all leaders in the world can do this. Also, leaders should know how to build a team. What are the ethics for building a team? Trust, communication, cooperation, those things. How to make ethics of leadership. It's actually, I don't see a leader with no ethics, because leaders are trusted because of 2 things: integrity, which is the good intention and the clear agenda. Number 2, it's the competency. So these things we tell them, if you are a nice person with good intention, then it's okay, you're a nice person. And if you are competent only and with no integrity, then you will eat people. Now you'll just smash everybody around. So these things are really important to leaders to understand. One of the main ethics of leadership is to be a balanced leader. I mean, I don't care, and this is what I'm telling it to youth all the time. It's very good to be a good leader outside, but how about your home? How about your home? How about your studies? Or how about your field of work? So this is balanced leaders. And in our programs, we tell youth to go to their home and try to fix things up. And we ask them by names. Well, my brother is Muhammad, Ahmed, Yusuf. What did you do with Muhammad? What did you do with Yusuf? So these things are really important to make a balanced leader who can lead. Then we give them skills just like assertiveness. What is the balance between assertiveness and motivation? What is the balance between being task-oriented leadership and people-oriented leadership? This is a balance. This is the secret of leadership, is how to be balanced between 2 things. Skills like decision-making, skills like communication skills, skills like making leaders. When I'm making a leader, I'm telling him that he should make a leader. And I ask you every year, how many leaders you raise them up to the community. Leaders, this is very important, because sometimes leaders feel that the light will be taken from them. And I'm telling you, give space to others. Making leaders is the secret word of making leaders: give them space. because you can take their space. You have a personality, you have a point of view, take care, you can take the space of others.
When there is interaction, of course.
Yeah, when you are raising leaders, I always laugh to the youth, say, if I have problems with my team, then I have leaders.
Okay.
So I'm raising up leaders and they're making for me problems. They have their points.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You are the leader in the team Bidaya for human development. So tell me more about Bidaya team.
Well, Bidaya, this was a team from about 7 years, and it's the place we train. Ana Badghayar is one of the programs, like leadership, balanced person, and positive personality. We are a group of 35 youth maybe, and they're making all this work, mashallah. And we have trained about 60,000 persons, 60,000 youth from all Egypt and outside Egypt. We have gone to some Arab words with Ana Badghayar and make model of leadership. And actually we are specialized in building capacity of self-assessment. We make career coaching, we make life coaching for youth, and they are all story of success. Those who are members in Bidaya team are a story of success and change and leadership. And alhamdulillah, now we are making a breaking through, as I told you, in the vocational training. We have something called the Train of Bidaya, which goes around Egypt. We have Bidaya Kids and Teens for leaders, so alhamdulillah, we have so many programs, and we tailor these programs. We see the needs, we make a needs assessment, and then tailor the programs according to the needs of the youth.
Very well. After all of this, how do you see Egyptian women in the upcoming period? I mean, if women do get training, if they are trained to be leaders, hopefully if they get higher representation in the upcoming parliamentary elections, how would you see the Egyptian women? What are your dreams for Egyptian women?
If you, as you said if they are trained, they should be trained. But she doesn't have to wait till the trainers come to her doors. She should go by herself, seek it, take steps in it. Don't wait for anybody. Just you have a good intention, you have a good spiritual phase with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are a balanced person, take the lead. Don't wait for somebody to give you this lead, but actually with a balanced personality and with a smile, just go around. I dream that the Egyptian women could live happiness, and positively empowered, as I told you, and to be an entrepreneur leadership, because she is. When she takes a position in leadership, she really actually, you can see a real leader in her.
Well, that's a very positive note. Dr. Noor, thank you very much for coming today and giving us all this positive energy through your talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.